We have some new game-changing essences that are coming to Diablo Immortal, a new promo code to give you some free rewards, and a new event that just dropped inside of the game. All of that inside of today's video. Let's start out with the changes that are coming to some of these essences. This is all from Chinese and converted over to English, so we have to assume that there could be some inaccuracies here. But if things are as solid as they're stating, Barbarian is going to be an absolute beast, which I have to say, I am very happy about, being a Barbarian lover myself. There's been some discussion in Discord servers focused on PvP that this Barbarian is going to be incredibly insane. So let's take a look at these patch notes. Diablo Immortal is about to undergo the following balance adjustments on the 28th update. So we're talking about 4 days from today. In order to facilitate the better lineup for adventurers, it is hereby announced in advance, so we could kind of get an idea of what's to come. Now, I have even some better translations than we have right here in front of us that I'm going to be reading from that just handle the essences a little bit better. So we're talking about the Barbarian. We see 3 interesting whirlwind adjustments, while the first reads the most interesting, but could also be there could be some translation inaccuracy here, but let's hope there's not for us fellow barbarians. So, the main hand follow field, the Barbarian legendary equipment follow field, is now immune to attacks during the channeling of Whirlwind, but the current health consumed per second is increased from 2% to 3%. So previously, you would lose 2% of your health from utilizing the main hand follow field. Now it's going to be bumped up to 3%, but we will be immune. Think about the builds we could put together for PvP when you could have basically unlimited whirlwind or immunity, undying rage, save your pet, and then some other skills that can drop massive damage. This is going to be a lot of fun to mess around with. The Barbarian could potentially be back as a really solid PvP build, and maybe we could finally get rid of the flicker tone build and put something new together. I can't wait to test that out. I may actually do a live stream when this drops so that we could do all the testing. We have the shoulder piece Oxhorn. The tearing effect caused by the Barbarian legendary equipment Oxhorn Whirlwind can now be stacked up to 3 layers, and the damage caused by tearing per second is increased from 22.3 to 22.3, 33.5, 44.6. So again, another essence here buffing what we're going to see for damage from Whirlwind. And then lastly, from the Barbarian, chest piece 5 fresh claws. Before the adjustment, each attack of Whirlwind increases the damage taken by the enemy by 2% up to 5 layers, and friendly forces can enjoy this effect, so they can get the benefits as well. After the adjustment, each attack of Whirlwind increases the damage taken by the enemy by 2% up to 15 layers, means up to an additional 30%, which is actually crazy. It also says something regarding Cyclone Strike, increases the damage for you by 2% for attack up to 15 layers. All right, so that's the same thing that we were just looking at. So absolutely insane damage that we could be doing with Whirlwind going forward. Next up, you see we have Worshippers. These are actually the Monk. And here, the Monk's Offhand Tranquil Palm, the single damage of Wu Zing legendary equipment is increased from 33 to 44, and the cooldown time is adjusted from 6 seconds to 8. So, more damage, a little bit of a bigger cooldown. They have some developers' notes on that as well. The warrior is unselectable during the Quiet Hand skill period, and the enemy cannot fight it. The current skill lasts longer, and the cooltime is too short, resulting in a higher proportion of unselected time. In the balance adjustment, we reduce the proportion of unselected time by slightly increasing the cooling time, and we'll pay close attention to the performance of Quiet Palm. All right, next we have the Demon Hunter. And we're looking at the Shoulder Agony Spectre. The Demon Hunter's legendary equipment, Agony Spectre, Escape now has additional effects when used during attack, and the attack speed and damage of the dual gun shooting are increased by 50%. That's a nice little buff right here for that Demon Hunter. And then we go to the, as they call it, the Crazy Knights, but what we're really looking at here is the Blood Knight. we have quite a few changes. The Blood Knight being probably the weakest class inside of the game right now, definitely in need of some buff. So, what do we have here? The chest count of Eves, the damage reduction value of Berserker's legendary equipment count of Avest when hitting the enemy is adjusted. All right, it doesn't give us much. Oh, they do actually here. Before adjustment, 4% damage reduction is provided each time the enemy is hit, up to a 24% damage reduction. After the adjustment, 9% damage reduction is provided when the enemy is hit for the first time, and an additional 3% is provided for each subsequent hit, up to a 24% damage reduction. So getting that initial damage reduction more beneficial for you from the start. We have Head Vow of Trickery. The Blood Knight's legendary equipment Vow of Trickery now also gains an additional 1.5 seconds of immunity to control and being hit after successfully blocking a projectile. And then when the Blood Knight's innate skill Transfusion now adds a Shadow Infusion shield to a teammate who is in a hit state. Your and the teammate's Shadow Shield will be upgraded to Enhanced Shadow Shield, and additional immunity being hit during that period. So really, really cool stuff right there. And it looks like Blizzard may have actually confirmed all of this too coming through. Let's see what we have right here. Yeah, it looks like they also have some stuff going on that the date is coming. Let me give you a little bit of a better look right here. Yeah, we are going to be getting this update that's going to be coming, which is quite nice. Confirmed by Blizzard. Now, I did mention to you guys that we have a code that's going to give you some rewards, right? This is the code right here. It's Samsung XDI. Samsung XDI. You need to go to DiabloImmortalRedeem.com. You will put in the code. You'll put in your player ID. You'll put in your server, and you will hit redeem code. Upon doing that, when you go back into the game, you will then be able to go to your mail, and you'll notice that it came through, and this is what you will have received. 3 rare crests, a piece of legendary gear, and some normal gems. Nothing that's massive, but something free that you guys should definitely take advantage of, because why not? Now, I did also mention that there was a new event that came inside of the game this morning. By the way, it's Saturday. Hope you guys are having a great start to your weekends. Actually, not a crazy day for me. We got a couple of football games this afternoon, but I digress. Here we have the Perils of the Fen. This is an event that's going to take you basically very little effort, and you just do the basic things for the day. Typically, you have 2 items to do per day, and then you will get the rewards. The rewards are quite nice. I love the Telluric Pearl, legendary crest I'll never complain about. And, you know, easy things. Every day you'll get new tasks. Basically, if you play the game every day, you'll be able to progress this. It all has started today. So, that's what's going on. I'll tell you, with the Barbarian and these changes that we see coming to the game, I'm really excited because we have not had a whirlwind build, not even for farming, in a long time. So it's really cool to see that we're potentially going to be getting whirlwind back into our builds. I mean, it's a Barbarian. Spin to win. It's been a minute since that's actually been a huge part of the meta. Looking forward to that. I know a lot of people are saying that this could be potentially overpowered. I guess it'll be monitored over time. And if it is actually overpowered, then it'll probably even be nerfed, like Flickertone was a few months back. We'll see how it all goes. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Make sure you claim your code. Let me know what your thoughts are on the balance changes, and we'll be back here tomorrow.